Welcome to the MOOC course on Abhidhamma. We are going to discuss a comparative study of Kathavattu and Milind Pahiyo. The main objective of this module is of twofold, that is to understand the similarities and dissimilarities of the concepts in Kathavattu and Milind Pahiyo. The Kathavattu is the fifth book of the Abhidhamma Pitaka. It consists of 23 chapters. Each containing a number of discussions and refutations from the Theravada standpoint of heretical and unorthodox views belonging to various early Buddhist sects on matters connected with several problems of theology, philosophy, cosmology, psychology, and so on. It may be remarked that the Kathavattu is a treasure house of the doctrine of different early Buddhist sects and schools, which emerged in the course of sages and discussions growing after the death of Lord Buddha. In all, there are 216 to 217 such doctrines discussed in the Kathavattu. The work presents a lively cross-section of Buddhist thought in a period of critical change. The Milind Pahiyo is an important and very interesting text of the Pali non-canonical literature. It is the masterpiece of the Pali prose as well as expression of the high thinking in very simple words. It presents the basic principles of Buddha's teaching in a very beautiful manner and describes in the form of questions and answers almost all the ethical principles, philosophical ideas, religious practices, etc. have been described in this text in a simple style, putting the question first, answering them in a descriptive way, again illustrating with the help of a number of similes, stories and examples, etc. Milind Pahiyo is also considered as a text of quasi-Abhidhamma non-canonical literature. Thus, the book is regarded as the precious repository of the teachings of the Buddha. Both the Kathavattu and the Milind Pahiyo are considered the book of controversial apologetics. There are a number of points raised in the Kathavattu which have also discussed in Milind Pahiyo. The concept of Puggala, Dibchakku, whether an Arhat can be thoughtless, guilty of an offense, how a layman after becoming an Arhat can enter the order, and other similar ideas are available in Kathavattu and Milind Pahiyo. The linguistic peculiarities of these two texts are also similar. Both these texts are of archaic form. Acharya Nagsen in Milind Pahiyo is also advocating the opinion which Mogliputra Tissa Thera puts forward as that of Theravadins. In this module, there will be an attempt to discuss the similarities of the points raised in the Kathavattu and the Milind Pahiyo. The method of debate in the Kathavattu and Milind Pahiyo is quite similar to the method followed in the Samaya Phala Sutta of Digha Nikaya. The method followed in the Samaya Phala Sutta is quite interesting in the sense that when a question is put to the Buddha by the king Ajatasattu, Buddha did not answer his question. In the Kathavattu, all the doctrines are discussed in the form of question and answers, with an imaginary opponent. The method of debate in the Kathavattu represents seemingly a considerable formal development, where at first the doctrine is stated, then the reasons advanced, refutation and counter refutations presented, examples and the counter examples cited. The conversion of the proposition is regularly done in an effort made in effect to test the distribution of the middle term. The conversion and the proposition is regularly done in an effort made in effect to test the distribution of the middle term. The typical structure of a debate in the Kathavattu is developed in the form of defense and attack. The same structure of the debate in the form of counter question is also available in Milind Pahiyo. In the first chapter, Puggal Vag of Kathavattu, there is a discussion on the concept of Puggala. During the time of Asoka, the Bajjiputtak believed in the existence of a Puggala in the personality of a being. They used to propound that there is a Puggala by which being exists. They maintained that Puggal is neither identical with five aggregates nor it is different from that, but there is Puggala which exists. The Theravadins have a definite concept of reals, which are Chit, Chetsik, Roop and Nibbana. Keeping in their mind the concept of reals, they put a question: does the Puggala exist in real and ultimate sense? Puggalo upalabhati sachikathena paramathena ti. The heretics answers that it does not exist, amanta. Again, the Theravadins ask, does the Puggala exist in real and ultimate sense? In the same way as there is the existence of the four reals, namely Chit, Chetsik, Roop and Nibbana. He says, yo sachikathena paramathato tato so Puggalo upalabhati sachikathena paramathena ti. The heretics reply that it cannot be said it as na hetam batabbe. Then Theravadins say that only he has acceptance of the existence of Puggala, and again he says that it does not exist. Therefore, he contrasted himself, and because of that he should accept defeat. Ajanahi niggaham. Thus, it is fivefold direct way of refuting the Puggala in Milind Pahiyo. Thus, it is fivefold direct way of refuting the Puggala. In the Milind Pahiyo, the theory of no soul is described in lively way. King Milind asked Nagsen about his name. In reply, Nagsen says that the names are conventional. Sankha, Samaya, Payati, Boharo, Namamattam, Jadidam Nagsenoti, Na Het Puggalo Pulavtiti. Milind, though understood the question, still he puts another question with a view to clarify it more. He says that if there is no Nagsen who leads the holy life, who does moral and immoral deeds, Nagsen says that depending upon the five aggregates, Panchakhandha, namely Roop, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhar and beyond, we make a conventional use that there is a man, Nagsen, Sursen, etc. Really speaking, there are five aggregates. By that I am known as Nagsen. It has been said in the text, रूपम च पटिच्च वेदनम च पटिच्च संयम च पटिच्च संखारम च पटिच्च वियाणम च पटिच्च नागसेनोति संखा समय्यापयति बोहारो नाममत्तम पवतति परमथतो पन एत पुग्गलो न उपलभति।